Well, hello, we are back. Hi. If you're new to the channel, hey, stay for a while, hit subscribe. It's free. I say that all the time. You've been here before. Thank you for coming back. Hey, girl. Hey, I'm glad to see you. But anyways, since we've been promising you this how we met video, guess what? I'm going to tell you how we met. So since everybody say we got like that, May, December relationship, that age gap relationship, as you guys know, I am 14 years older than Sydney, my sweet Sydney. I am 14 years older. And so that makes me 47. She is 33. And how did we meet? So I was going to an orientation, a 5-week orientation at her job. And she was the facilitator. Believe it or not, her little self was the facilitator. So she was the one that was going to be doing the orientation. And I met her on the first day. You know how you filling out forms and this, that, and the third. And she came to our little table and was, collecting our little papers and, asked names. You know how that go. And I was like, I heard her accent. I was like, where are you from? She's like, Jersey, baby. Turned me completely off. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't think she was cute. Of course, I thought she was cute like everybody else in the room thought she was cute. However, and she had a cute little personality. But in my mind, she was arrogant because she gave off that vibe of I'm too cute, I'm too this, I'm too that. And I just was not interested.
In your mind.
Yes.
It's in her mind.
Yes, because she ended up being really, really nice. But that is how we met, and we sat in that room for weeks. And I had a lot of friends talking about, you like her. And I was like, no, I don't. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, a popular song at the time was, I'm in love with the Coco. And my friends that were in the group were like, you're in love with the Coleman. They used to just sing this to me, like we go to lunch and stuff like that. But like, I'm not interested in that girl. Not interested. Now, they all knew I was gay. You could clearly see that she was gay. So, they always assumed that two gay people are going to link up, that you're going to hook up, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't really thinking about her like that. But in the course of those weeks, we exchanged numbers. I don't know how. To this day. I don't know how. I don't even know when it happened. And it's funny because when we finally did get together and she was moving out of her apartment, we were moving into our first apartment together. We found paperwork from the orientation from the very first day. My paperwork was in her house. She don't even know how it ended up in her house. Like, she took my paperwork home. So I was like, subconsciously, you knew that this is the girl for you. I don't know. But for those weeks, I don't understand how we even exchanged numbers. I couldn't even tell you to the time because, like I told you, I was not looking for a relationship. She was in a current situation. I'm not going to call it a relationship. We're going to just say it was a situation. And I had several little situations. I actually had a out-of-state girlfriend. I was in Pennsylvania.
That's what you want to call it.
Yeah. Long distance. She was in California. I was in Pennsylvania. And then I was talking to the girl in New Jersey. So I was talking to another Jerseyan. And I had a couple of exes that was on the line.
So I just had one situation.
She just had one situation. And I had a couple situations, which is funny. You would think she was the one that was all caught up in a whole bunch of people. But it was really me who had a lot going on. So I wasn't looking for a relationship because I was having too much fun. I ain't even gonna lie. And like I said, we don't even understand how we exchange phone numbers. But one night, I don't know, she was talking to me. She said, oh, I'm hungry. I was like, oh, I cooked. You want me to bring you a plate? Now, y'all, I didn't know where she lived. We ended up living, 4 blocks from each other? Literally right around the corner. No clue she lived that close. I'm waiting for her to give me an address that would be like way, 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 way far from me. Literally around the corner, y'all. Now, city corners and country corners are a little different, but literally right around the corner. Like, she could walk to my house in 10 minutes, maybe 15. Well, you walk fast, so 10 minutes. But literally right around the corner. So I took her that first plate. And that first plate turned into
2 plates. And 3 plates and 4 plates and so forth.
So forth. But we were still just friends, y'all. Like, the funny part is we were still just friends. Everybody thought it was more than that, but we were literally just friends. She was telling me what was going on her situation. I was telling her what was going on with my situations.
Yes.
With an S. And we would talk on the phone all night long, like high school. Literally fall asleep on the phone. Now, at this point, I had been to her house, but not inside of her house. Like, literally just dropping plates off. As a matter of fact, I hadn't drank in 3-4 years up to that point. About 4 years almost. And here she come out the house. She was like, you got to try this. I'll never forget. It was the first drink I had after 4 years. It was Apple Crown Royal. And she gave me the rest of the bottle. And she was like, take it with you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I only took that sip out there, and the rest of it went in my freezer. She didn't know that for a while. She thought I went home and probably drink. Because I'm not really a drinker, y'all. I've never really been. That's a lie. When I was in the military and I was younger, I could drink like a fish. But as I got older, it just didn't appeal to me like that anymore. Don't get me wrong. I will drink wine. I will drink this. I will drink that. I'm not a prude. But I'm not a hardcore drinker. But the Apple Crown Royal was good. And I thought that was sweet that, that's kind of expensive. And she gave me the rest of what I had in her bottle. So I was like, okay, that was kind of cute. But so we still had never been into each other's houses. And so one night we were on the phone. And what did I say to you?
I triple, double dare you, whatever. They come over to my house.
Now remember, we're in a work environment where there's no fraternization. There's not supposed to be no fraternization. But for some reason, we became friends. So I like triple dared her because we were on the phone. And she's like, I ain't scared to come to your house. I'm like, okay, well then I dare you to come to my house. And then a dare went from a double dare to a triple dare. Yeah. And about an hour later, ding dong. She showed up to my house. And we talked all night, y'all. Like, literally all night. And she didn't leave. She stayed all night up watching my cable. I had all the good channels. She was still kind of young, so she didn't really have it. I had all the good channels. So she stayed up watching my cable. I think she just used me that first night to watch my cable. But she did. She caught up on all the empires and did all that. And she literally watched my TV. I peeked over at her. What was I doing? Snoring. Because we went to sleep in my living room. And literally, I was snoring. And I looked over at her. She all bundled up, just watching TV. It was really, really cute. But it was just comfortable. Like, it was like we had known each other forever. It was just super, super comfortable. But then I think she got scared, y'all. Because I ain't see you, 2-3 days?
Like 3 days, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think she was working doubles or something like that. I don't remember. So I didn't see her for a couple days. We still were texting, but it was nothing serious, like how we normally talk all night and stuff like that. But so I was like, oh, I must have scared her off. I didn't know. But we were still just friends at this point, y'all. We still had not made anything official. We were just friends. Then Christmas time happened, and she came over to the house and she stayed, and we did what adults do. And we were still friends. We were still in the friend zone. And I should have known something because I started cutting people off, like snip, 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 snip. Like, literally, my phone got dry. Like, it was so dry that by the time me and her got together, we could use the same phone. Because was nobody reaching out to me. Literally, it was dry. I had started cutting everybody off for my friend. And she super surprised me. Because on New Year's Eve, she was supposed to go out with her friends and her situation. No. It was just friends. That's right.
My situation.
It was just friends. The situation was still going on, but they weren't going out for New Year's Eve. Nope. And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to go out. So I'm at home chilling. Like, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm older, so going out by yourself for New Year's Eve ain't the ticket. So I was sitting at home and my doorbell rings. It's like, what, 5 minutes to midnight? Yep, like 5 minutes to midnight. Guess who's at my door? And she's like, you thought I was going to let you bring in New Year's Eve by yourself. And she came in. And y'all, she ain't left. Yeah, she did leave a couple days. But what I'm saying is, like, we kind of knew then that this was going to turn into something more than a friendship. And eventually it did. She got rid of her situationship. And
DOG.
okay, so I had a little boy Yorkie, and she had DOG, the male Yorkie that we had that I just told you had the teeth that it came out. And wait a minute, she brought the dog to my house the first time, y'all. Remember when I told you I ain't like her? I ain't like her dog. He was uncontrollable.
He was excited.
He was untrained.
He was excited.
And he ran all over my house.
He was excited.
Now let me tell you about my dog. So I had a smaller little tiny teacup Yorkie. And he sat there. His name was Tink, y'all. Sir Tink, by the way. Because the first people who had him before me named him Sir Cal. Name's a damn dog Cal, but okay. And we named him Sir, well, I named him Sir Tink because he was so little. He's my little Tink Tink. And he would just look at this dog like, Mom, what you got in my house? Like, he looking at it, he just looking all over like, okay, but they were partners in crime. So, we're going to tell you. So, as things progress and she starts getting rid of her situationships and stuff, we go to a Super Bowl party.
Tell the story.
Tell them what happened at the Super Bowl party, babe.
I got wasted.
White boy wasted. Yep. I mean, so wasted, y'all. She was trying to strip. And this is not a good first impression for really a first. Yeah, okay.
No,
also, let's back up. Yeah, your hand was messed up then. She had got what's called boxer's fracture. She had hit a wall and got a boxer's fracture.
Right hand.
Yeah, so after that, I took her to Super Bowl party with my friends now. So this is the first official thing we went together with other people. She gets wasted. I wish I still had video of it. It's on one of my old phones because y'all, I would have put it up here. She was trying to strip. She was trying to do everything. She was wasted. And I'm sitting here looking at her like, this is not a great first impression. Is this what I'm going to have to deal with these young girls? I had to drag her home. Oh, and we're out to home. She's like, just give me french fries. Just give me french fries. McDonald's french fries to soak up this liquor. Just give me some french fries. So I took her by McDonald's to get her some french fries. And I get her some chicken nuggets also because I'm never going to forget this. So her dog was bigger than my dog, and her dog was at my house. I'm trying to get her in the house. Now, mind you, to go in my house, I was on a second floor walk up at the time, which means I had the second and third floor of a row home. And then there was an apartment underneath me. And I get her up the first flight of steps into the living room. She's sitting there. I'm trying to get her together, whatever. Actually, it was me and yeah, she was there. So me and my friend got her in. And the dogs, DOG, gets in cahoots with my dog to knock the nuggets off the table onto the floor so they can eat them. And then I'm trying to still deal with them, don't know what the dog's doing. They get to her french fries. So the dogs had a whole meal on her. So literally got her situated, got her upstairs to the third floor down so she could sleep it off. But in my mind, I'm like, is this what dealing with these young girls is going to be about? Drinking and partying and, it kind of turned me off a little bit. Not going to lie. I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. I dealt with this in my 20s. I dealt with this with troops in the military. I'm not dealing with this, and you got to remember at the time she was in her late 20s. I'm in my early 40s. So I was just like, I don't know. But we worked through it. And then I think she came back with a win when she's like, okay, I'm going to take you on a date. and she takes me to New Jersey, y'all. So not just a date. She take me out of town. She take me to her hometown, and she introduces me to Jimmy Buffs that day. And this lookout point. It was really beautiful. It was cold. It was February. It was cold. But she took me to...
It was beautiful that day,
It
though.
was beautiful, but it was cold. And she really redeemed herself with that, y'all. Like, she showed me really who she was. Like, she showed me bare bones who she was. And she kind of stole my heart that day for the simple fact. Now, mind you, we were already friends, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. But it was just, who does that? Who takes you out of state to meet people, to interact with people, because I met Shatara that first time. So I met her high school best friend. And I mean, just like, she was showing me who she really was. And that's rare to find. Like, she was like, okay, yeah, I know I messed up, but I want you to see who I really am. And it was amazing. Like, we had a really, really good time. We took me to, what is it, Joe's Crab Shack. Joe's Crab Shack. And we just had an amazing time. An amazing time. And we did that all in one day. It was like a round trip thing.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's not that far of a drive, but I'm just saying it was just amazing to do that all day. Come back at the nighttime. We got back at like, midnight? It was late.
Close to midnight.
Yeah, it was like midnight. But I mean, just the whole day was just unexpected. And I think that's when I knew.
What's to know about my driving?
No.
My speeding.
When I tell you she is a true Northerner, and she is a true Jersey driver. So we were driving my car because I had the more reliable car. Remember, yeah, she was young. And she had me scared and got a ticket.
I paid the ticket. It was a high ticket. But I paid
like $100 and something.
$150, I think.
So
something like that.
But
it was
like,
high.
Yeah. She got a ticket. Y'all, I have not had a ticket since 1994. My last ticket was in Texas in 1994.
Knock on wood.
Well, there ain't no wood. This is that for Mike. But
Knock on forehead.
But yeah, so she got a ticket. I'm like, oh my God. That's on the way there. But she redeemed herself out there, scared me to death the whole time driving through the city. She drives like a maniac, but she drove like everybody else. So I couldn't even really be mad. She drove like everybody else.
I never got a ticket in New Jersey. Never.
But she got all her tickets in Pennsylvania and Virginia.
3 in total. That's it. Just 3.
Yeah. So then, let's see. What else? About a month later, we made it official. Per her eyes.
Yeah.
It was official months before that. But in her eyes, it was official that following month. She officially asked me to be her girl. It was sweet, y'all. She officially asked me to be her girl. Like we in high school. Like, you know, when you was in high school, you'd be like, Indigo, would you be my girl? Right? Like, it was really cute, though, y'all.
I still had to ask.
Yeah, she did ask.
You could have said no.
But we was already there, y'all.
But you could have said no.
I could have, but yeah, she had me at Jersey, baby. She just didn't know it, and I didn't know it either. For the first meeting, and like it's been pretty good. We've had our bumpy roads. I don't want anybody to think that our relationship is perfect, because it is far from perfect. We have a relationship just like anybody else's. We go through our ups, we go through our downs, we go through our everything. Some days I hate her. Most days I love her. Same with me, I know. We get under each other's skin, but she's my perfect fit. Hopefully I'm her perfect fit. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But we get along. We get along like peanut butter and jelly and salt and pepper.
You the peanut butter?
Yeah,
the jelly.
she hates peanut. Yo, so this is crazy to me, even though I'm grown this. She hates peanut butter. This baby loves peanut butter. The only thing that he'll let me eat is peanut butter, Reese peanut butter cups, what do they call it? Whatchamacallit, anything, if it got peanut butter in it, he's for it. Girl Scout cookie, the peanut butter patties, if it has peanut butter, he is all for it. It's crazy. She can't stand peanut butter. Cannot stand peanut butter. But both dogs like peanut butter. I like peanut butter. And the baby like peanut butter. So, you're outnumbered.
I mean, I eat a pecan.
Now, she did not eat nuts since I've been pregnant. So that's what's crazy. Her tastes have really changed since I've been pregnant. So she eats nuts. Well, some nuts. Pecans.
Only pecans.
Only pecans.
I ate it when I was a kid, then I stopped. Once my grandmother passed away, I just stopped.
Yeah, I think that was memories. But we're not on that right now. Okay. I didn't mean to change the subject. But let's see. A year, actually 14 months after she asked me to be her girlfriend, we got married. We got married on May 20th, 2017. And we actually met in August of 15. So it was a progression from the friend into the lover, into the girlfriend, into the wife.
Is the lover girlfriend same thing?
No, we was loving, but you didn't officially ask me. So she was getting the loving, but I didn't have a title. Because she had a situation. I had let my situations go. But she still had
My
it.
situation was up there.
When we started our loving, she still had a situation.
I wasn't in the situations. I wasn't dealing with that situation.
Okay, so she wasn't loving. Okay, her and the ex or whatever were not having sex anymore at that point, but they were still in a relationship.
Because we had a dog together.
Y'all, a dog, not a baby. A dog that she took care of. The girl might have seen it once a week, maybe, and made her pay for everything. Everything.
So it was my dog.
So it was her dog. She paid for it. So I don't want to hear that y'all had that dog together. Anyway, I'm over that. So, it was a progression. So it wasn't something that happened overnight. It was something that evolved and grew. Grew into something beautiful. Definitely will say that. So like I said, we got married May 20th of 2017. And then we renewed our vows. Was it 17? Yep.
No.
18.
Yeah.
18.
No.
18. November of 18.
18.
October of 18.
Yeah, October.
So nobody knew this. We had planned a trip to Vegas. And we were like, let's do a wedding. Because the first time we went to the courthouse show. So, as you know, I was priorly married. I was married to a man. And I was divorced in Pennsylvania. I did not want to get married again in Pennsylvania. I just was so anti-Pennsylvania. So we actually drove up. She did. So she proved how much she loved me. She drove into Maryland and got the Maryland marriage license. And we did everything through the state of Maryland. So we are actually married through the state of Maryland. Although we lived in Pennsylvania. But I just didn't want any connect. Because that was such a bad marriage, I didn't want to have the same stigma on this marriage. And this was something new and this was something fresh. So we did it through Maryland. So our marriage license is through Maryland. And in October of 18, we renewed them in Vegas. Nobody knew. Everybody thought we were just going on vacation. 2 big suitcases. One had her tux in it. One had my dress in it. Nobody knew. But we went to Vegas and we got married again. Amazing little chapel. It did not seem like a Vegas wedding. It was actually very nice. We had the music. They did a very nice job and it made it seem real. For that first year, as a matter of fact, I didn't even change my last name on Facebook for a year. Because we weren't even sure. I was like, okay, let's make sure this is going to work. This and the third. So my name didn't even change for a year. My name stayed Jones for a year. And then I changed everything. And it's funny because when I changed everything, then we went to Vegas and we had the wedding, which seemed so real at the time. It made the marriage feel real. It made us seem to want to fight for it more because it was really real. Which is odd that one little act could make it seem so much different, but it really did. Um, and what happened from there? Let's see. And we decided to make a change. And really, when we decided to come to North Carolina, it was to save money to go through reciprocal IVF. Because I was going to use her eggs to put in me. And we were going to do it because it's supposed to be so much cheaper down here. But then we just ran into a lot of roadblocks, a lot of hiccups. And we ended up doing donor IVF. Money-wise and some other reasons. Egg was already produced. It was just going to be more cost-effective. But we are thinking if we do decide to do it again, we're going to use her egg. We're at a point now where we can, definitely use her eggs. So that's what we're thinking. We're thinking if we do this again, we will use her egg. And I will carry. Not that she would not carry, because I've gotten that a couple times. Not that she wouldn't carry. It was just that if it came down to me not being able to carry, she definitely would have carried. But we're just not there. I wanted the experience. She wanted the experience from the daddy side, even though she's gonna be a mommy. She does a phenomenal job. I will definitely say this. She pays a lot more attention to me and to this pregnancy than I even would have thought. So I have to give her credit for that because she's actually been very stand up with this. And yeah, so
gotta make sure you and the baby okay.
Yeah, she gotta make sure me and her little man, because I'm gonna tell y'all, this is hers all day. He loves
minus the peanut butter. That's not mine.
Yeah, but he responds to her. So like right now he's kicking. He hear her voice. He just in there playing. I don't even know what he doing. He been active all day today. So I don't know what's going on. I love when I see that he's active though. That reassures me on so many different levels because I feel him in there flipping and kicking and moving and stretching. So that makes me feel so much more secure in the pregnancy now that we've gotten to where I can feel him on a daily basis. Definitely at night. Oh my God. He was our little kung fu kicker at night, but he just loves her touch. She could touch my stomach and he'll move right to where she's at. Like, really, you know how you cuddle and she'll put her hand in? He'll move right over there and be like, hey, here I am. I know. There's nobody coming now. But, yeah, so that's kind of how we met. And, I said, moved to North Carolina so we could do the reciprocal IVF. So it wasn't like we didn't want to be up north. It was that it was so expensive. And actually, which is really crazy, we make more money here, which surprises a lot of people. We make quite a bit more money down here, even with the cost of living being so much cheaper. God has found a way to make a way where we are in a secure financial place, even with COVID going on. That it allowed us to do some things that up north we wouldn't have been able to, between paying $1,100-$1,200 a month for 1 and 2 bedrooms rent to coming down here. And we had a home, 2 houses that we rented, just being in here, and then coming into this situation where we get the rent and we're still in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So I mean, it definitely, I think everything happens for a reason. So I think it was the best move for us as a couple. But yeah, she's definitely my rock, and she made me. I mean, I guess y'all know I've done IVF before, I've done IUIs before, this and that, but she made me really want this so much more than I ever wanted it. Like, I wanted to be a mom, but was it when I was with my ex-husband? Was it for it to hold on to a marriage that was not really going to survive, or was it because I really wanted to be a mom at the time? And I'm be honest, it was probably because I was trying to hold on to a marriage that wasn't going to survive. Um, and I think God did what He did when He was meant to do it. Because we're healthy, we're happy, we're in a good place. We're ready for this little peanut. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I'm ready to see what he looks like, what he smells like, what his actions are. I'm ready to meet him. And I think that's just the natural next step for our relationship because honestly, I don't think you thought you would be at this spot in life. Like you wanted to be married, but
I don't think it would happen. Yeah, I don't think it would happen at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially if it was like with somebody younger, or even though the girl she was in a situation with was also older than her, but she was young minded, so she got a thing for old. She like cougars, y'all. Let me back that up. Sometimes I feel like I'm not old enough for her because she likes cougars. When I tell you gray hair, cougars. She's in love with Angela Bassett. She's in love with Sarah Paulson. She's definitely a cougar magnet. She likes cougars. So, that I would definitely say is one of the things. I think if she didn't really have an attraction to older ladies, we wouldn't have been here. But I said at the end of this, I'm going to put pictures up of what I looked like at the time. Put pictures up of what she looked like, so you would have never got. Yeah, basically. Except I was a little thinner, but well, I'm also pregnant, but I mean, I was a little thinner. Basically the same. I did keep the lashes. I was a little flashier though. But I guess since I snagged her, I ain't worse. She always tells me it was my eyes that got her. Was it my eyes that got it? Was it the eyes? Yeah, I don't know if they show up on video, but they are, as they call them, Hennessy brown. They're called Hennessy brown. So they're not quite hazel and they're not dark brown. They're not Hennessy. That's a new. I ain't never heard of Hennessy brown. I don't know. Sometimes they show up on video, sometimes they don't. But she said it was the eyes that got her. So she's an eye person. She like eyes. And of course the smile. What else? What was it?
Was the food?
Oh, because I fed her. And I could cook. She's gained about 50 pounds. She was really skinny, y'all. So in the process of us being together, she's gained about 50. She's like 94 pounds. Mm-hmm. I know. She hates when I say that.
In my thighs, on my butt.
Yeah, she built like a Coca-Cola bottle, y'all.
Face.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good weight. It's happy weight on her. It's happy weight for me, even though I could lose the 50 she gained. But it's happy weight. And
everybody sees it.
But she was so small, I thought I was going to break her, y'all. I was like, people just a little 12-year-old. But she surprised me, and yeah. What it was about her, well, first, remember, I didn't like her. But I think what made me really fall for Sydney was the fact that I could talk to her, that she was my friend, that no matter what, neither one of us thought we would be here. Neither one of us was looking, like I said, she was in a situation, I was in several situations. We weren't really, and we can't even tell you who was attracted first. We can't. We don't even know. We just know that we liked each other as friends, and that friendship evolved to where we're at today. But neither one of us can tell you who really was who it was or what it was.
It just happened.
It just literally happened. And like I said, we've had some bad times.
It really wasn't bad.
No, not bad. But it's ups and downs, some insecurity things on both parts. I'd be insecure sometimes about my age and if she, really want to go be with somebody younger. I'm insecure about, I gained a lot of weight. Insecure about that. I have a lot of insecurities in the marriage, So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and make it like it is always smooth sailing. But she always reassures me that I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be here. This and the third, or I wouldn't ask you to marry me if that's not what I wanted. Or, she does reassure me, but I do have my insecurities, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like this age gap relationship is perfect, because it's not, and because I'm on the other side of it, the older side of it, been through a marriage before, been through insecurities in a marriage before. She's never been married, so some of the insecurities I have, she would never know what they are, because this is her first time, and I've already been through a lot of stuff, so we go through our things.
But the best way to do it is talk it out.
Yes, we communicate.
Yeah. Communication is the key to all relationships. And that's what we have here, communication.
We definitely do talk. We talk about the color underwear you can wear. I mean, like, literally, we talk about everything. When I tell you she is truly, truly my best friend, she's truly my best friend. We discuss everything. Like, everything. I don't think there's anything that we don't discuss. And people just look at us like we were crazy. Like, what we talk about. Okay, prime example. So I'm going to throw myself under the bus a little bit. I had an ex that reappeared a couple months ago. And I was trying to be a friend to this ex. And it kind of got me in kind of a little bit of trouble, because somebody I had a long history with. And when I tell you, I talked about her, I talked to her, to you, about it constantly. Like, I didn't try to hide anything. When she came into play, she knew. But it did cause some problems. Not gonna lie. It definitely caused some problems. And it was something we had to talk about. Because we as a couple were in a shaky place that we had to work out. Not that anybody could come in and break up what we had. It was just, we wanted to make sure what we had was what we both wanted. So we worked through that, of course. No infidelity or anything. Just when I say we talk about everything, I was just throwing it out there. Like, from day one, she knew. From day one of the contact, she knew. From the contact, she knew. From everything, she knew. So communication is definitely the key. And the things that I was insecure about, I discussed it with her. Like, we talked about it, and I told her the whys, which in a lot of relationships you don't get. Well, why did you feel like you needed to talk to her? And I told her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to have somebody to talk to, because, like, literally she's my best friend. So I don't have an outlet. I don't really have anybody to talk to. Here, since we've been here, I don't have friends. We don't have outlets. I never really had friends. I was in the military a long time. I moved around a lot. So not only was this person an ex, she was like a friend. And I think that's where the problem came in at, because I was looking for a friend and she was looking to break up. I had to be home. She thought she'd be able to come in and not male. She thought she'd be able to come in and break up what we had, and that was not going to happen. And I was looking for a friend, so that kind of burned me. But nothing to hinder us. But it was just good to know that we could talk about it as a couple, and that's one thing I will definitely say that's good about what we have. That we definitely talk about everything, and we don't hide anything. I'm too old, first of all, and it's too tiring. Y'all, it's too tiring to be trying to lie and hide stuff, and she's it for me. Like, I don't see myself being with anybody else. Going, and I always tell her she may not have been my first, but she's definitely my last everything. And I tell her that all the time. She may not have been my first, but she will definitely be my last.
Some cases.
Yes, for some things for as old as I am, for some things she actually is my first. So, yeah, believe it or not. But for the most part, like, she's not my first kiss. We're not each other's first love. But she's the first person that I have been completely in love with. So there's a difference. So you know how you have those first loves. Okay, you go through that. But she's been the first person I've ever been in love with. And there's totally a difference. Like, I'm in love with everything about her whole being. And, so, yeah, it's totally different experience. What I have now with her than what I've had with anybody. So, yeah. Anything else you'd like to add? Because I've been talking y'all head off for about 40 minutes. And she been just like, yeah. But
I've been saying certain things.
You have. But
we talked about everything.
I guess we talked about everything. But yeah, that's kind of how we met, where we're at, and like I say, baby makes 3, as I said in the last video.
So baby gonna make 5.
Oh, she keep talking about the dogs, y'all.
Because they are fur babies.
Okay, humans, baby makes 3. Dogs and human, baby makes 5. So baby, when I tell you, these dogs with this baby, I'm nervous. Now the boy dog, he's gonna be a protector. He's probably gonna sleep under the crib. He's probably gonna watch everything you do with this baby. That girl dog, she gonna think she is the baby. She gonna be busy taking my hand off the baby, trying to put it on her, because nobody outdoes the diva. She's the diva of the house. So I'm trying to see how this one's gonna play out. The boy, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be completely fine. He's gonna be like, whatever, somebody else coming in the house. Her, now maybe I'm hoping because she'll be 2 on Thursday. So she'll be 2 on Thursday, and he turned 7 last Monday. So they are exactly 6 years and 10 days apart. No, it's 5 years and 10 days apart. She'll be 2. He just turned 7. So they're 5 years and 10 days apart. So he's older. He's more relaxed. He's more like whatever. She's still young. And Lord, I just pray. I pray for the baby. Because she gonna harass him. She is gonna be in the swing with him. She gonna be in the bassinet with him. She gonna be in the crib with him. If she can jump up and get in it, she gonna be there. Because she gonna be like, you ain't taking my limelight. If he's swinging, she gonna be swinging. That's about how she is. So I do definitely feel for this little baby, because he gonna have to deal with her, because she is gonna be something serious. I cannot wait to see how this is, but it is what it is. But nothing else you need to add. Here we are. It's that baby. It's that time of the day. No. Okay. Well, that's how we met. And that's what got us here 6 years later. We have known each other this August. It'll be 6 years. And in that 6 years, we've been married. It'll be 4 years in May. So that should tell you, when you know. You just know. Because I was never looking to get married again. I didn't want to go down that route.
And once again, it's different in a lesbian relationship.
Why you say that?
It's different.
You think people move faster?
Yes. Yes.
Why do you say that? So you think we move fast?
No, it's just
that's
just how it is.
So you just feel like honestly, I will say that, because my ex-husband, we dated for a couple years, and I still didn't want to get married. When we got married, I was still like, Lord Jesus, do I really want to do this the morning of? We got married, I was like, let's go do this. I'm ready. Like, there was no doubt. There was no nothing in my mind. I was ready to do it. Like, I knew. And so, Yeah, I guess you did that. It's definitely.
And then once animals come into play, it's for real, for real.
No, y'all. It's for real when y'all put cars in each other's names. Well, both of y'all be on some car payments together. It's so funny because I'm telling you, when we started intermixing. Okay, so I even tell you this. In my first marriage, I had all the bank accounts and I added him to a bank account of mine. He didn't even have his own private bank account. I had to add him to what I had. When we got together, we had 2 separate bank accounts that we merged to one, which is so odd. Well, I still have a military one also, but aside from that, like our personal, we have it together. I've never shared finances with anyone. And I thought that was odd. Like getting our cell phone account, got it together. My ex-husband, he had his own, I had my own. So it's totally different. Our vibe and our relationship is totally cohesive. It's totally, definitely 2 people becoming one because we are so intertwined. We are so, and she tells me all the time, divorce ain't happening. She tells me she would have to cut off her right arm because her right arm, if y'all know, she has 2 sleeves. Her right arm is all love, all stuff, my name, just all kinds. Now I have her name, so I do have her name right here, Sydney Sheree. And our anniversaries right here. She's got my name. Our anniversary right there. She has my. Oh, we both have the 69, the Zodiac. So 69 with the Sagittarius going through it. She's got my lips up there, and they saying I actually kissed on there for the tattoo artist to do it. So she actually has my lips up here going down, and it says I love you more. It's what we say to each other constantly. So she tells me if we divorce, she would either have to do a crazy cover up, or or cut her arm off, or the person's got to deal with it. So this is the first time I've ever been so intertwined with someone. Because I've had my sleeve this year be 2 years. August. Yeah. August will be 2 years since I had. She started getting hers before me. Yeah, because no, this year be 3 years because my dad passed away in April. Her dad passed away in August, and we had both got the same tattoo. It's a memorial tattoo on our arms, and hers is up here. Mine is down here. Mine just says the date my dad passed away, and it says Daddy got his wings. And hers says the same thing, but the date her dad passed away, and we had both got that. And so I decided I just didn't want something down there by itself, so I sleeved out. But her name was already there, so I did just have that tattoo down low. I had tattoos up higher, but I just went ahead and sleeved it out. So it'll be the same thing for me too. If we divorce, we're so intertwined on finances, everything, tattoos, everything. Like, this is the most involved relationship I've ever been in. Speaking of that, so somebody I know is getting a new car. So baby say baby want it. She need a new car. But baby say baby want it, baby get it. So I'm happy.
I really like that. It just, I need a new car.
When baby say she want it, so you really don't get it if you say, babe, I need it or want it. There's never an argument about spending money because we're really both not. Now she got a shoe collection that's out of this world, her clothes collection, but really, the most shopping we have actually done in a while has been since I've known I've been pregnant. We do shop. We're shoppers, but literally since I found out I was pregnant with Peanut is when we've really went out and splurged because he's got so much custom stuff for his room. And she asked me the other day, she said, well, if you get pregnant, are you going to do this for the new baby? I'm like, absolutely. I'm not going to do one thing for one baby and not do it for the other. But Peanut has just been prayed for so long, and we wanted, and we're to a point where we could do it. So I'm so happy that he's going to be able to have a lot of custom stuff from his baby carrier to his bedding and his, yes, y'all, he's getting a custom baby carrier. So from his baby carrier to his room to just so much stuff that's just going to be customized for him.
Just his name alone.
Yeah, that was custom. That was really custom. It blended both of us very well. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell you that later. We'll tell you that now.
Of course not. You guys know y'all aren't gonna know that now, but that was very custom. It was a thought process, and we wanted it to be unique to him, and we want him to know how special he was and how special it was for us to meet up and get to this point. So I think everything happens for a reason, and I think that, to say the least, he's definitely going to be super blessed and super spoiled. I think he's going to be blessed to have two moms that have been through what we've been through. Even though she's a lot younger, she has been through a lot, and I think that was a lot of things that brought us together. Was we have a very similar past as far as family relationships go, and things we've been through. Where we went, yes. It's funny. I said we were supposed to meet at some point. Did you ever hear of 6 degrees of separation? While she was in college in Virginia, I was stationed in Virginia. While she was doing this, I was doing that. We ended up in the same city, living 3 blocks away from each other. Like, the parallels were so crazy. But then her aunt and my mom are what, a year apart in age? Two. So she was raised by her aunt. I don't know if
my mom and your mom.
Yes. So her mom passed away when she was 3. And I didn't go to my mom until I was 3, which is kind of odd. My father's mother raised me. I was a preemie. My mom didn't think she could handle it, so she gave me to my grandmother, who raised me till I was 3. Her mother raised her till she was 3, and then she passed away and went to her grandmother. So it was the exact same thing, but opposite, which I thought was kind of odd. But we have so many similarities in our story that I think that was another bonding thing for us, that even though we're so many years apart, we are so similar. We like the same music for the most part.
You started like Jersey Club.
I'm starting to like some, especially when that Jada Pinkett Smith stuff was going on. And Entanglement. No, that was hot. They had a Jersey Club remix for that. That was kind of hot, y'all. So yeah, I guess we had some entanglement. But but for the most part, we are 2 peas in a pod. And even though there is an age difference, you wouldn't know it. Actually, most people think she's old. She act like an old lady. Act like an old lady.
I do sometimes.
She looks like an old lady sometimes, but that's just her personality. It's her DNA, and I think that's what makes us.
Oh, my auntie knees.
Yo, she got auntie knees. I take a picture of her knees.
I didn't have them.
Because she's gained weight, and all her weight is from her hips. So that means she got a big old bubble butt. So from her hips down, she's got weight. So she started to get auntie knees. And I tell her that all the time. She got auntie knees. But what else? But yeah, so that's, I think, why we are successful, because we have so many things in common,
and we have goals that we try to achieve.
Yes, we have the same goals. We're on the same page, even though I'm so many years behind because of her first marriage, and she's just doing it for the first time. It works. I have a 5-year goal, I have a 10-year goal, I have this, and she's on the same page as that. And it's because when we did talk, when we were friends, we realized that we were trying to get to the same place at around the same time, which was also very like, oh, I'm shook that we got so many things in common, but we really had a lot in common, which was so surprising. In our taste in so many things. We could go into a store and go right to the same thing. We have bought the same card before. We have bought, at 2 different times, we have looked at the same thing and been like, I like that. We were the car dealership. We were looking for cars. We ended up, I had it screenshotted in my phone. She had it screenshotted in her phone. It was the exact same car. Then when we went to go test drive it, we both were like, yeah, this is So, and it's so funny because even when she got her first car with us together, she was looking at all these big cars. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. I was like, why don't you test drive this one? I thought it was cute. I thought it would work for her. You know, she's kind of little, whatever. So she test drove it. She was like, I kind of like this. I was like, yeah. So sometimes I know better for her than she knows. But this time around, like we both zeroed in on the exact same vehicle, with the exact same features, and it was the exact car. We both picked the exact car, which is odd. It's like what 2 hours away from us, like about an hour and a half. So we did drive up there, test drove it and everything, and I'm back. So she'll be getting it this week. Some things we wanted them to check out to make sure it was okay, because it did have a vehicle recall on it. It's an Acura, y'all, so it did have a vehicle recall on it. So we wanted them to handle that instead of us having to go to the dealership and go on it. Because I'm like, if we can do it, y'all can do it. Before we put our money in it, if we can do it, y'all can do it. But it was just amazing how we both zeroed in on the exact same vehicle. And was our goal to buy a vehicle at that point in time? Nah, not really. But then it was just like, might as well, you know, we already still have a truck, y'all, but that's in the shop. But it was just like, with this baby coming, let's just get rid of your car, get a more reliable one. Hers is only 10 years old. Well, actually, this year it's 11 years old. It's a 2010 Chevy Malibu is what she drives.
It's a wonderful car.
It's a wonderful car. She loves her car. It was a gift for her for your 30th birthday. Yeah. It was her 30th birthday gift, y'all. So yes, I did buy that car. It was a gift for her for her 30th.
A car that's a good, reliable car. It's easy to whip.
Yeah, so that's what she got for her birthday. And then this is just for, because you work so hard, and she deserves it. And our family deserves it. And
you're going to be driving with soon.
I will, but it's her car. I've got a car. How good anything, y'all ain't know. But yeah, she deserves it, and she worked hard to get it, and it's time to make those moves since we're trying to buy a house here soon. So, you know, it was time. So, yeah. So now I can finally end this after the hour. But this is about the longest story time we've had. But nothing else you need to say? No friend. No friend. I was a friend.
You know, every time you say that word, I think about that song, the old song. Da, 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 da.
Friends. How many of us have them? Yes. As I said, she's got an old soul, y'all. She be thinking about stuff that was from our jam time. But yes, you know. But yeah, we've made it. We're here. We're still strong. And like I said, baby makes 5. So I cannot say baby makes 3. She always corrects me on that. Baby makes 5. So the fur babies. They are our fur babies. But
I wonder what they're doing.
Y'all, before I end this, she got a camera. We got it installed in the house, and it's the same one. We're not going to use a baby monitor because they're expensive. Anything that says baby is expensive. So we went and we found cameras, surveillance security cameras, very clear, very accurate, very nice. $25. You can talk through them, you can hear through them, everything, just like a baby monitor. Instead of having to have the monitor, it comes to your phone. So she gets to look at the babies. This is the babies currently in the house. They're asleep. They're in the hallway. But you can see that. So same camera monitor system that we are going to use for the baby's room. So we're going to put above the crib. So she likes the fact that she can check on the babies and monitor the babies. And you can zoom in and you can talk to them when they're doing something naughty. You're like, and they stop. So it's really a cute security. But she's enthused in thought in the security system, y'all. So yes, so the babies can be watched at all times now. So not only will the new addition be watched, the 2 additional that we have will be watched too, because she watches them all the time.
Black and blue in me.
It's the cop in her. She want to watch everything. So, guess when she goes back to work, guess who she gonna be watching? Because when the door is open, you can see into our little man cave, bay cave room. So she ain't even gonna say, "Babe, what you doing?" She be like, "Oh, I see your feet." But anyway, that is it. We've talked your head off. It's been an hour. Stay tuned to the end for photos of her,
You.
and me, and we became us.
As one.
As one. So you guys have a great rest of your day. It's been amazing. Bye. I hope you watch this whole long video. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Can we get up to 400, y'all?
Hit the like.
Hit the like. Definitely hit the thumbs up. We're going to get this page revamped so that it's real. So I'm going to do that here before the baby comes so we can start filming and recording and editing so you can see all that good stuff and have a better, more, instead of this vlog type thing, more of a streaming where we're going and make it a little more user friendly, and maybe I'll get some people on my page. But all right, y'all. See y'all later. Thank you for spending time with the old lady with the baby and her little young girl. But thank y'all for coming by. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.